ever dated somebody and your friend turned around and dated them? I cut them off. I don't really care too much because I know me still cracking plans. I'm not no hater or anything like that. I honestly feel like I'm the finest girl in the world, and that's how you're supposed to feel. If you don't feel like that, don't hang around me. Trying to still be cool. It's like, how the freak could you try to still be cool with somebody you just crossed? Boom. Oops. Because it's mad weird energy, mad weird vibes. Like, it's giving everybody that I've talked to, you want to talk to, and it makes me think like, oh, you lied about like talking to certain people just so that you could save them for yourself. That's what it's giving.
Everybody now, time to show the whole world what we're all about. We the girls, we the passion, for passion. Ooh, regrets, you'll always be there for each other. Ooh, regrets, yeah, styling how we feel.
Hey guys, it's your beauty me, and today we're back with a messy story time. Now, I don't know if the people that's involved with this gonna watch this story time, but I don't care either. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. I won't be dropping no names just for like the sanity of y'all and y'all peace, but like I said, we're gonna get into it. So this is gonna be my first little makeup and story time. Let's see if I can keep it up and keep it on track. So let's go ahead and get started, hop into the video, but pause. If you don't know me, you know me now. If this is your first time seeing me, don't make it your last. So go ahead, hit that like, comment, follow, and subscribe button, and make sure you tune into the rest of my videos because it get real juicy. Now, I don't want to take too much time on the story time because like I have to sit down and edit this. I don't have an editor. Have you ever dated somebody and your friend turned around and dated them? Have you ever dated somebody and come to find out your friend date them too? I don't know if you have that one friend who talked to everybody, so it would just be hard to talk to somebody. But I was once in one of them situations, and now let me show you how I went through it. So I'm not the type to like date my friend exes or anything like that. Like if I'm talking to someone and I find out like, oh, you know, my friend was dating them or whatever the case may be, you're getting immediately cut off. Like, simple. But whatsoever, I do get my lick back. So if you happen to talk to somebody that I used to talk to or whatever the case may be, oh, baby, trust. If your little shit come around me trying to be my little shit, I'm going to be that little shit. Like, hello? We're going to not even act like... Yeah, but besties, let me tell y'all what really happened, because I'm tired of previewing. Okay, so, you know, I live in a little city or whatever the case may be, and I had this friend who would like visit my city or whatever the case may be. Long story short, like she knew people from my city and we're both lesbians or whatever. So, boom. I'm gonna start from like the beginning. Like we were like really cool. We was really close and everything before things started to happen. So I'm like, all right, cool. So there has been plenty occasions where like I tried talking to somebody and she done already talked to them, fucked them. Well, let me not. She done already talked to them, did the duels with them. She done already took it to the 9 yards and probably even met these people parents. So boom or whatever. So, you know, I'm like, you know what? You know what? To prevent this from happening, because I'm such a real ass bitch. To prevent this from happening, you know, I'm gonna just stop talking to people down here. I don't want to talk to nobody if they're from my city, because 9 times out of 10, y'all done all touched each other or y'all done touched my friend. So I'm like, I'm not really going for none of that. I don't really care. Like, I'm gonna let that be. So, you know, I started doing long distance, which before I even started dating, I was doing long distance anyways. I love me a good long distance. And when I take my bonnet off, y'all, don't be laughing. Oh, it's not that bad. Anyways, so when I first started dating or whatever the case may be, I was doing long distance. It was just a preference of mine, and you know, it was just something that, you know, I like to do or whatever the case may be. It was just there until I started doing like in person. But anyways, so you know, I go back to like doing long distance relationships and stuff like that to start running into situations where, you know, all that is going on. Like, I don't want to run into no situation where, you know, you don't already mess with somebody that I know or some more stuff. So yeah, like I said, I started to do long distance. Anyways, I ran across this girl. She was like a long distance relationship or whatever. And, you know, we was like really getting it on. Like, we was talking, FaceTiming every day, going to sleep on the phone, telling each other about our day, had plans to like see each other, all this stuff. Long story short, like we were actually locked in. Guys, pay attention. Bestie, pay attention. You have to look. God.
Oh my.
Sorry. Anyway, so like I was saying, so like boom or whatever. So shit, I lost track. Let me regain my thought process. Anyway, so we was like really getting it on. Like I thought like, okay baby, I'm gonna go see this girl. Like I'm gonna see this girl or whatever the case may be. We started to get into it and like bump heads and clash. It all like came down at once. Like it was just very weird. Like we were bumping heads like a lot and it was not normal, but it became like a deal breaker. You know, it's some things we didn't see eye to eye on, and some things are literally just a deal breaker for me. Like it's not gonna work. And so, you know, we stopped talking or whatever the case may be, but I did recently see her online or whatever the case may be, and like she keep doing like little shark laughs. If y'all know what that shark is, she was doing like shark laughs, like laughing, trying to be funny, like didn't say too much, but just, you know, laughing and stuff like that. But that, I know that's just to get my attention. And you know, y'all know how I am. I be like, what you laughing at, who? And then we start to get to like an argument, and then we get back cool, because I know how females is. They be like, oh, but I missed you. Like, next case. Anyway, so boom. I was like, all right, so, you know, let's start here. So when I was talking to that girl, I did tell my friend, I was like, oh my god, yes girl, she's so fine, da da da, like I like her, this and the third, like I would do anything, like this is my girl, like, you know, I'm in love. I show her a picture and everything, like, and that's where I messed up at, because for them people who don't care about your feelings or emotions, what you got going on, no none of that, but they still want to be around you, them snakes, oh baby, they gonna play their part. So she was like, okay, yes, y'all, I ship y'all, this, that, and the third, la, la, la. She was so glad and so, you know, happy. Which I thought was, like, genuine or whatever the case may be. Or maybe I'm the problem. Who's the judge? But, I thought it was, like, genuine or whatever the case may be. So, anyways, guys, I'm thinking, like, this is, like, a genuine friend. Like, I'm thinking, like, okay, you know, like, my friend wouldn't do nothing weird, so like why wouldn't I? Like if we're telling people, if we're telling each other like who we mess with and stuff like that, like why would it be such a problem to, you know, tell my friend? Well, boom, it became a problem because you ended up talking to my girl. Anyway, so I do believe in girl code and stuff like that, just depending on the situation and like what's going on. Now I'm not saying like, oh, you know, do something weird, but I'm just saying, like, yo, I do believe in girl code and some more stuff. So, anyways, so, like, I was saying, so, boom. One day, like, the girl came down to my city or whatever, because she did move from my city or whatever the case may be. She came down to my city, and, you know, to chill and hang. So, while she come down to my city to chill and hang, we're, like, just like catching up basically, because we don't see each other like that no more. So, you know, we're on the phone, like, you know, because 9 times out of 10, like, we have our moments where we'll probably be in the same room, but like we don't really care like what the other person is doing. We just be in the same room, same atmosphere, if that makes sense to you guys. So like I'm sitting there and we're like I said, doing our own thing. Her phone starts to ring. And, like, she picked it up and she was like, oh, I'm busy right now. I can't talk right now. I have to talk to you later. Da-da-da. I'll talk to you when I get home. And, you know, I didn't think nothing of it because, you know, I'm just literally minding my business. Like, who knew that was my girl on the phone? Like, well, she's not my girl anymore, but, like, who knew? Like, because, baby, if I wanted to go get her back, I could. If I wanted to go get her back, like, I would have, could have, should have, did have, all that. I could have got her back. You feel me? Trust the process. Trust the process. Anyways, so I guess the person on the phone, which was my girl, but I didn't know it at that time, the person on the phone wasn't like too happy about her having to call her back. Like she was like, call me back. Like, what? You know this is our routine, da 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 da, like da 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 da. Basically, I could hear the person on the phone, but I can't necessarily hear the person on the phone. I can just make out the words that they were saying because I'm nosy like that, but I did not recognize the voice right off the rip. So with me not recognizing the voice right off the rip, that's where I messed up at. So after that, she was like, okay, girl, like, what we finna do? Because, like, my girl tripping and this, that, and the third. And, you know, me thinking, like, oh, it's just a girl type shit. Like, she going through with her little boo thing. So, you know, I'm not finna keep you too long or whatever. But the gag is, the girl called back, like, again, because she was like, bro, ain't no way, like, the whole time, the girl thinking, like, she at a whole house or something like that, and stuff like that. And so, you know, I get on the phone, and I'm like, you know, because I'm the friend, so, you know, I'm about to my friend all the time. So I take the phone, I'm like, listen, she's at my house, like, da-da-da-da, like, we don't do nothing, this is my friend, da-da-da-da, this and a third. And you know how you look at the phone and it has like their picture and contact and stuff up there? Why the fuck I see my motherfucking hoe? I was like, uh-oh. I was like, hold up. Is this my little shit? Like, I know that ain't my little shit. So, I'm just like, you know, me as a person, like, I don't process things right away. Okay? I make it seem like I don't give a fuck, but later on when I like recavitate the whole situation, oh baby, you will be dealt with. You will be dealt with. So, boom. I didn't think of nothing of the whole thing. I thought it was weird, of course I thought it was weird. But was I like, I wasn't really saying nothing because I think I'm a people pleaser. Honestly, I really don't care what nobody think or whatever the case may be, but if somebody was to ask me for something, it's just like, yeah, you can have it. You can have it. And I don't know if that's just a people pleaser or like me being generous, or like I won't bring up certain situations if I know it makes somebody uncomfortable. I don't know if it is people pleasing or me just validating other people's emotions and feelings and how they would feel in the moment. I don't know. But long story short, so I'm like, uh-oh, like the whole time she was here with Sally, so she don't have a car, so she has to wait for her ride. So the whole time I was like, well, if I don't ask her before, like, you know, it's over with, she's probably gonna think it's like it's okay, it's like to just walk away from the situation and stuff like that. So at that moment I was like, girl, fuck this whole feelings, bro. What's going on with you and my bitch? So I asked her, I said, so is that my little shit or I'm tripping? Mind you, the reason why I stopped dating people that's around my circle or around me is because of her. Now I was dating somebody way across all the way across the states. Like we wasn't even we was in a whole completely different time zone. Like it was so different. I'm like, so what's going on with y'all? She was like, oh, well, it's this girl that I started talking to or whatever, and you're like, you know, well, I don't really like her because like she's dry in the messages or whatever the case may be, and then she acts like this whenever I go out and some more stuff. And I'm like, mind y'all, I told this girl, I told her, I said, I've been told her a long time ago that me and that girl talk. Like I showed her a picture, y'all. I was overly excited to like, you know, talk to this girl and, you know, just get down to the nitty gritty with everything. I'm looking at her like really sideways because I'm just like, that's mad weird. Like, how the freak do you even get in contact with her? Like, I never gave her Instagram. I've never gave her no nothing at all. So how did you get in contact with her? So you got some explaining to do, sister. Because, baby, what that's not telling me anything. It's not telling me anything at all, actually. So she was like, it's a long story, da-da-da-da. So I was like, well, do you know that's my girl? Like, that's somebody I used to talk to. Do you not remember? Like, what's going on? She was like, that was your girl? And I'm like, bro, go in the messages. I'm like, so at this point, I'm getting like uncomfortable. I'm like, so when did y'all start talking? So we started talking a while back, and I'm like, a while back. At this point, I'm getting ready to like suck her in her mouth. Like, not really because of the whole girl situation, but because like, girl, that's my disrespectful. You didn't even ask me before you even started talking to them. And I understand where you're coming from and all this stuff like that. But if it came down to your ex, oh, bookie butts, no questions would have even been asked. I wouldn't even been worrying about doing none of that. So okay, so she's like, I didn't think it mattered. Like, why would I, you know, ask, because I did bring it up to her. I was like, okay, well, you didn't even ask or like anything to like mess with my ex. And I just feel like it's weird because we were like so close. We so close that you come to my house and baby, I barely invite people to my house. Hello? Unless they're coming to get their hair or whatever they're like, I barely invite people to my house, and you know that. So I'm like, that's so weird. So, you know, I end up calling the girl that I was talking to or whatever, and I'm like, so what you doing right now? And she was like, nothing really, da 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 da. Like, I've been missing you, and this, and the third. And I'm like, how you missing me if you on the phone with my friend? And my thing is, like, she sat there and tried to play my face because me and my friend, like, we definitely posted each other. Like, we definitely made it known to the public, like, that we're friends and all this stuff like that. And more stuff on. So, it's the whole thing of, like, how the hell you not know that this is my friend? How the hell my friend don't know that this is my little shit? It started to look a little suspicious. So I'm like, well, that's weird, or whatever the case may be. And when I was on the phone with her, she came in the room and she was like, who you on the phone with? Da 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 da, this and third. Why does it matter? Baby Bookie, but you made it clear to me that we don't play fair around here. So it's about to get real wicked. You made it clear. Okay, I got you. Don't even worry about it. You don't have to say nothing else. So I'm just like, all right, you know, cool. I see how the game goes. Stay in my lane, play that game, how that game go, like Rob Wave said. So after the fact of, like, you know, me seeing all of this, she's like playing it off innocent, like she didn't do nothing wrong. Like, she's trying to still be cool and all this stuff like that. And I'm just like, how the freak could you try to still be cool with somebody you just crossed? Hello? I'm just like, so I'm playing along, like, you want to play cool? All right. But I'm also side-eyeing, looking like, yeah, that's weird. You know, I vented to my sister about the whole situation. My sister was like, well, you don't have to tell everybody who you mess with and this and the third. And ever since, I have not told that girl who I mess with. Like, because that right there, that's trifling at its finest. So the friend is trying to play it off cool or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, are you really trying to play in my face right now? Do you know who you're trying to play? Like, what's actually going on? Like, come on now, let's be so real. What I'm trying to calculate right now is like, bro, this is a long distance relationship. It was a long distance relationship. I'm telling you, like, the girl was all the way like near California and I'm in Georgia. So clock that T. Something's not right. Something's off. Like, I'm not believing what I'm hearing. Like I said, stuff do not process until later on for me. I'm still processing it to this day. Like, some stuff just added up. And I'm telling you, like, at first, you know, I didn't think of nothing of it. I'm thinking of, like, maybe they just ran into each other. Maybe, like, you know, we were on the same dating apps or whatever the case may be. Like, I'm just thinking, like, yo, maybe they kind of ran into each other. But then again, there was no way you could have just ran into my ex. They're all the way across the world. Is my ex just easy? I don't know. So I'm just like, okay. I'm thinking, like, baby, there's no possibility for... So anyways, my whole plan of dating people, especially long distance, was to not run into the same people. Like, I don't want us talking to the same people. I feel like that's weird, because if I was to go talk to somebody who you used to talk to, I'm gonna always feel like whenever we come around each other, oh, you know, y'all are doing something. Okay, so, you know, I'm not tripping too much about the situation, but I am tripping about, like, you know, yo, we supposed to be friends. Like, we're supposed to be friends. And I can't believe you as a friend would take such a route, you know? Whatever. So, you know, I'm trying to hold on to the friendship because, like, I don't want the friendship to, like, end because of, like, a female or whatever. But now that I think about it, it should have been end because it's mad weird energy, mad weird vibes. Like, it's giving everybody that I've talked to, you want to talk to. And it makes me think like, oh, you lied about, like, talking to certain people just so that you could save them for yourself. That's what it's giving. And I'm not a fan of that at all. So ever since then, I've really been looking at her sideways. Like, it's really been like, you know, I've really been just on edge, I shall say. And it's just like a lot of weird energy, a lot of weird vibes. Now, when we did get along, like, we did click and clash at certain times, but when we got along, we got along. But this explains like the weird energy I would get like being around this person. Like, it explains why like you feel some type of way whenever, like, I don't know, we wouldn't even talk like that. So I could understand like, oh, okay, you know, they feel some type of way. There's no way we should be talking to the same people. I'm just not understanding why we would be talking to the same people. I mean, I just feel like it's kind of weird if you don't see it. Like, it's just weird. And I'm pretty sure other people would think it's weird too. But next case. Whenever it comes to story times, I always feel like I have to go back and pick up a detail because I probably left a detail out, and I hate doing that. Anyway, so I'm just gonna say, like, you know, go on with the rest of your day, but also keep an eye out for like those people who, like, you know, genuinely are jealous of you, or genuinely like want to be like you. Like, they want to date who you date, talk to who you talk to, be cool with who you're cool with. Like, you have to watch out for those type of people, because baby, they're always somewhere. If you don't think they are, they're literally always. And I'm kind of eating on my face. But also, so the ex did end up coming back around, and you know, she tried to, like, you know, talk and everything like that, but I can't see you the same after that. It's like a lot of stuff that you can do to me, and doing that will definitely get you cut off. A lot of stuff can get you cut off with me. And like I said, I look good. Okay, I just gotta fix the eyebrow and all this, but I look good. Okay, as y'all can tell, y'all, I own a dog. I don't know what else to say. If you can't tell that I own a dog, I don't know. But back into the story time or whatnot. But let me just tell y'all this. If y'all ever have a friend around you that really envies you deep down, like, they really don't like you for real as a person, and it doesn't matter how much you hang around them, it doesn't matter, none of that. They're literally gonna camouflage it and be like, oh yeah, like, I'm your friend and this, that, and the third. Baby, they're not your friend. Especially, like, I don't understand how people can, like, date people like their friends have already dated. Me personally, as soon as I found out you guys talked, I'm out of there. Like, I'm going. No explanation needed. But, you know, my best regards aside, like, I cut them off. Like, I cut them off. I don't really care too much, because I know I get me still crack buns. Me still crack buns, okay? So if I still crack buns, it's enough buns in the sea for me. Like, are we being so serious? Are we being like, yeah? So I'm not really tripping about the whole thing. I really let situations like that go, because, like, you know, all my friends be fine shit. I be fine shit too, but I wouldn't cross nobody. Not for nothing like that. Like, it's just a weird situation. I cannot date somebody who thinks like, oh, like, you're emotionally all this stuff attached to my friend. You can have that. It ain't nothing for me to. Oreo, can we not? Oreo, give me the freaking toy. But it ain't nothing for, like, for me to cut it off, because like I said, I still crack buns. I still get into food. I still get into business. I still get into pain. So if they're watching this, like, I literally hope y'all live happily ever after. Like, I hope that, you know, it was actually worth it and all that. Like, I really do, because, like, why not? I'm not no hater or anything like that. I honestly feel like I'm the finest girl in the world, and that's how you're supposed to feel. If you don't feel like that, don't hang around me, because you're gonna get offended. Like, a whole nother thing was, you knew it wasn't okay to talk to them, because while you were talking to them or whatever case may be, you never did announce that to me. You never did tell me that. You never did tell me who you were talking to. So you knew it was weird. But I mean, people are weird like that in the world. I got so much more story times coming for y'all, because so much be happening in my life, and literally, like, I don't get it out enough. And I think that each day I do my makeup, I'm gonna give y'all a story time, you know, just to sit down and do content around with that as well. As y'all see, I am getting better at the makeup. I look really good on this camera. Should I gloss my lips? I don't know. I kind of look kind of pale on Instagram. Don't know why, but I do. I don't know, the iPhone camera is always gonna make me mad, but Oreo, you only squeak that thing when you know I'm like recording on the phone or doing something. You're never squeaking that thing when I'm never on the phone. Anyways, but yeah, stay away from them friends. Oreo, you mad annoying. Anyways, stay away from them friends. Watch this. Stay away from them friends, you know, that you're not cool with. And I am convinced that you're a human. So once they start giving you weird vibes on all the more stuff, please stay away from them. Distance them if you're not okay with like conflict and like cutting them completely off. Don't tell them who you're talking to. That's just like, just don't. Okay? Learn from my experience that I just told you guys. Just don't. It's a mess. Trust. It's always gonna be something. It's always gonna be like weird vibes or whatever coming from that specific person, because honestly, like, they like, so, and this is another thing that I learned. Everybody cannot be your friend. Everybody literally cannot be your friend. I don't care how much you care about them, how much you like about them. Literally everybody cannot be your friend. So when I say that is, you might get along with that person, you might click like this with that person, but if they don't like you for real, baby, it's bound to clash. That's just how that is. It's literally bound to clash. No what ends, nothing about it. That's just how that operates. That's just how it works. So don't shoot me, shoot the messenger. I am the messenger, but don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. But never trust a snake. Never trust a snake. I just feel like at the end of the day, like, if somebody's bound to be your friend, they would never like cross you in such a weird way or whatever. And especially in the way that I got crossed. And there's so many story times that I'm going to tell y'all guys and stuff like that, because I'm just not doing my makeup as often. Like, I did my makeup yesterday and I kind of just fell in love with like doing my makeup. So now, y'all can't lie, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. But the story times only get messier and messier and tea her, okay? And the tea be too strong, so we gotta call it coffee, because the tea not strong enough. Okay, so we'll be having tea and coffee and biscuits. So make sure you come back for my next story time. I think my next story time will be, it'll probably be some messy stuff, because y'all know over here it's like always messy. Oh, this is kind of cute. The next story time is going to be how a girl lied to me about her whole life, like literally. So make sure you come back for that video and see how I catch somebody up in a mother lie. Because don't lie to me, I don't find out anything. If anything, I'm a detective. But make sure you come back for that video. It should be as Benita. If you don't know me, you know me now. If it's your first time seeing me, don't make it your last. So make sure you hit that like, comment, follow, and subscribe button, and tune into the rest of my videos. And make sure you come back for that messy tea time. See ya.